My name is Layla, and I have always dreamed of traveling alone. People say solo trips are empowering, you find yourself, you grow as a person, you eat gelato without sharing. So, one bright summer morning, I boarded a plane to Milan, Italy, with nothing but a suitcase, a half-baked plan, and way too much confidence. By the end of the trip, I had not only lost myself in Milan's streets but almost lost my dignity several times. Arrival drama. The moment I landed at Malpensa Airport, I felt like a movie star, until the automatic sliding doors refused to open for me. I stood there waving my suitcase like an idiot while the doors opened perfectly for everyone else. A kind old man finally said, "Signora, move 2 steps left." I did, and voila, the doors slid open like magic. My grand arrival was already a comedy sketch. The hotel disaster. I had booked a hotel online, proudly choosing something authentic and affordable. When I arrived, I realized authentic meant a building older than my grandmother and affordable meant no elevator. My room was on the 5th floor, and there I was, dragging a 20-kilogram suitcase step by step, sweating like a gladiator in a sauna. When I finally reached the top, the receptionist, chewing gum loudly, said, "Oh, we don't have air conditioning. But you'll get a beautiful view of the street." The view turned out to be a parked garbage truck. Fashion fail. Everyone knows Milan is the fashion capital of the world. I wanted to look chic, like the models I had seen in magazines. On my second day, I wore my most stylish outfit, a bright yellow jumpsuit with oversized sunglasses. Feeling glamorous, I strutted into the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, the famous shopping arcade. I imagined people admiring me. Instead, I slipped on the shiny marble floor, landing flat on my back with my sunglasses flying into the air like a bird escaping captivity. A group of tourists clapped. One man even shouted, "Bravo!" I wanted to sink into the marble floor forever. The wrong tour. To redeem myself, I booked a walking tour of the city. At least learning history would distract me. But in my excitement, I followed the wrong group. My guide, so I thought, was a handsome man waving a flag. He began speaking passionately. The group listened, nodded, asked questions. I followed along, impressed with his knowledge. After 30 minutes, I realized something strange. He was speaking Spanish. Yes, I had joined a Spanish tour group by mistake. I don't speak Spanish. The only word I understood was pizza. Still, I pretended, nodding seriously as if I had a PhD in Roman history. At one point, the guide asked me a question directly. Everyone turned to look at me. My brain screamed. I blurted out, "Sí, muy importante." The group clapped. The guide smiled. And just like that, I became a fake Spanish historian in Milan. The gelato tragedy. Of course, no Italian trip is complete without gelato. I found a little shop near the Duomo Cathedral, ordered a triple scoop of pistachio, chocolate, and strawberry, and walked out proudly like I was holding treasure. Unfortunately, a pigeon decided it was also hungry. It swooped down, flapping its wings like a demon. I screamed, dropped the gelato, and watched it splatter on the cobblestones. A child next to me started crying because I had wasted the gelato. His mother glared at me like I was a criminal. The pigeon, of course, enjoyed the feast. The train confusion. One evening, I decided to take a train to Lake Como. Everyone online had said, "It's simple, just buy a ticket and go." Lies. The Italian train system was designed by someone who hated tourists. I bought a ticket, boarded confidently, and sat down. 5 minutes later, a stern-looking ticket inspector came by. He glanced at my ticket, then at me. "Wrong train," he said flatly. "But it says Como." I protested. "Yes," he replied, "but not this Como. Apparently, there are different routes, different stations, and I was going in the exact opposite direction." I ended up in a small village I couldn't even pronounce, surrounded by cows and confused locals. The shopping incident. Back in Milan, I decided to cheer myself up with shopping. I walked into a boutique, determined to buy something stylish. A saleswoman approached me with the elegance of a runway queen. "Would you like to try this dress?" she asked, handing me a glittering red gown. I tried it on. It was stunning. I looked like I was ready to attend a royal ball. But when I saw the price tag, €1,200, I nearly fainted. "Beautiful, yes?" the saleswoman asked. "Yes," I whispered, "but I think I left my wallet in 2005. I quickly escaped, tripping over the carpet on my way out. So much for my Milanese fashion moment. The final embarrassment. On my last night, I wanted one perfect dinner. I found a cozy little restaurant, sat outside, and ordered pasta. The waiter brought a basket of breadsticks, which I began eating enthusiastically. Too enthusiastically. One breadstick snapped in half and flew across the table, landing in the wine glass of the handsome man sitting nearby. He looked at me, then at his soggy wine, then back at me. "I'm so sorry," I blurted. He smiled politely. "It's crunchy wine now." I laughed nervously, my face turning tomato red. He raised his glass anyway and said, "To new experiences." I clinked my water glass with his, trying to act smooth, while inside I was dying of embarrassment. The ending, a souvenir of laughter. When my plane finally took off, I sat in my seat and thought, I had slipped in a fashion mall, joined the wrong tour, battled a pigeon, got lost on a train, and ruined a stranger's wine. By all normal standards, this was a disaster. But as I replayed everything in my mind, I realized I was smiling. Traveling alone hadn't been perfect, but it had given me something better, stories I would laugh at forever. So when my friends later asked, "Layla, how was Milan?" I leaned back, grinned, and said, "It was an unforgettable comedy show, starring me."